And welcome back to Smart Money Sundays for episode 2. Now, the last episode was actually quite good. I think every single call I made actually panned out. The one that hasn't has just been consolidating, so I'm going to go over that now. But let's get started. Let's just jump right into it. So, if you guys remember from last week, the DXY. Now, I've been still anticipating that sort of push. We didn't get that push coming last week, but I think we're in for this move this month. So we didn't come into 1.02 at the complete low, but we did get pretty close. So price placed in a higher low and then made a new high on the hour 4 leg, and then took out all this liquidity, and now is making another retracement. So I think we're down bound for another higher low before we see that bounce up into 1.04. Okay, so that everything is going to plan beautifully. Okay, so the continuation is still expected for a bullish dollar for the remainder of Q2 at least. Okay, at least until 104 105 swing target is achieved. So there's not too much to cover here. So let's move it over to Euro USD. Now, EURUSD, if you remember from the previous video, you would have seen that if you see the drawings are still here, I was anticipating a sort of correction and then a bearish impulse aligned with the obviously our DXY analysis. And as you can see, we did actually catch a very nice 100 pip move. I end up taking major partials after this low was taken, and as you can see, it was a very good choice, because now we've just come back and consolidated before the monthly candle closure. So now what I'm anticipating on EU is price to again just come in, maybe take out these wicks before looking for those shorts again to come out and target the previous low. Okay, because on the high time frame I'm still very much bearish. Okay, this analysis is still very much prevalent. Okay, as I've shown you with the DXY analysis, I'm anticipating a strong bullish dollar. So if the dollar is bullish against the euro, it's going to be bearish on EU. Okay, so I'm anticipating a slower sort of correction in the second half of the week. So I think tomorrow coming when the markets open again at 10. So coming tomorrow, Monday and Tuesday, I think we're going to see more consolidation. We're just going to look for bullish, short-term price action, and then the second half of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm going to be looking more aggressively for shorts. And the reason that is usually you see reversals take place in the market from a previous trend is usually on Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays. So usually it's Wednesday and Thursday, but yeah, that's just something to keep a note as well. But the game plan is this for Euro USD. I'm still bearish, and I'm looking for these highs to get taken out. So buyers look to step back into the market. Once that happens, I want to see a deviation back below, and that will be a clear indication of shorts back down to target the new lows between to 1.08 to 1.07. Okay, and then we again look for swing targets below. So let's move over to BTC. Now, BTC is the only one that hasn't actually played out. Okay, now the reason we've just basically seen price range. Okay, it's been complete utter range bound. Now, the scenarios I see playing out coming up this week and this month is still the same. Okay, so there's a few scenarios I'm gonna map out. Okay, now this obviously is the scenario I like the most. Price comes above the 31k high, potentially falls just shy of 32k, deviates back below into this range, and then I look for shorts back into 27k, and then potentially even lower. Okay, so these targets are still very much more prevalent if I see this scenario actually come into play. This will be my more high probable scenario. Okay, now the other scenario that I see playing out this week is if we come, so this is the current range, if we come above this range and come into 32k, this is going to be the level to watch, because if we stay above this level, I think we can very easily see a quick flash push up to 35 to 36k, fill in our final CME gap before we can start looking for shorts back down. However, okay, if we see price not hold this level very well and then see a push back down, this is an indication of extreme weakness, okay? Because 32k is where there's liquidity resting at. So I think price could very easily come out wick above, trap in all those buyers, and then just fuck them over before we see a strong aggressive bearish push to the downside. So that is the scenario I see playing out. Now the bullish scenario, okay, the other bullish scenario that I do see, actually the only real bullish scenario I see, is BTC just makes a push to the downside to potentially come back into this range of 28k. Okay, and this is where I'll start potentially looking for longing opportunities for price to come back above the 32k, the 31k, and then the 32k, and then see how price reacts when it comes above here for either a breakdown or a simple flash quick break up to the upside where we'd see some, a lot of major alts pop. Okay, so that's in essence the game plan. Okay, those three scenarios are in play, and that's what I'm basically gonna look at for in the market and then adapt to. Okay, because I'm not here to tell the future. But I'm here to adapt. Understand the probabilities, the possibilities that what price is likely to do once price sets up in a certain way. Understand what it's most likely to do, and that's where I position myself. Okay, this is a game of probabilities we are playing. So yeah, that's the scenario actually playing out on BTC. But because we've been in this range, a lot of the plays have been on alt. So that's what I'm going to move over to now. So the other position that we did capitalize on was XRP. Now, if you remember, we were in XRP shorts. Okay, I did say price was about around here last week. Okay, as you can see on the dates, anticipated that bearish push down. We did. Okay, I think it was about 4,000 pip move. Very, very nice move. Took out this low. Okay, it took out this low to the left. Okay, and now it just created more relative equal lows here. Okay, so it's very, very nice. And now price just pushed back up, taking out all buyers from here. That's why we took out some major partials after this low was taken out. So now what I'm waiting to see on XRP is coming into the weekly candle closure. If we see price come back below into this range, then I'm going to start looking for aggressive shorts into 44 cents. Okay, that would be my first target, and then obviously my my next targets will then be 40 cents and then 38 cents. Okay, because we're not very far off from all these liquidity pockets that do need to be cleared in the near future. So it all comes back to actually how we close on the weekly candle closure here. Okay. However, the bullish scenario that I do see, short-term bullish scenario, is because we've popped back above this channel here. Okay. This bearish channel, because we've popped above it. If I do see price start coming into tomorrow, start break above this level, 49 cents, then it's easy longs into 51 cents to potentially even 52 cents to see this wick get taken out in the short term before we reevaluate what happens next. But I'm still bearish on the macro perspective, but we could see a short-term squeeze as long as price breaks this high on at 49 cents. So those are the two scenarios I do see playing out. But again, if we do squeeze back below, increase the probability of us seeing a short-term squeeze sell off to the downside, clean these equal lows, clean out the lows at 44 cents, and then come to target 40 cents to potentially even 38 cents. So that's the game plan for XRP. Now, there is one more final alt that I've been in this past week, okay, and it is DOTUSD. Now, this position I am in on margin, okay, so I haven't really taken this position on any spots, but because it is very much short term. But in essence, what you see playing out here is you have a head and shoulders pattern, okay, after you see a strong raid of liquidity here to the left, and you see these lows get swept here as well. So increase the probability of a strong push up. Okay, after all this liquidity is taken out in the market, you usually see decent bounces before you can start looking for shorting opportunities. Now, this I don't believe is the bottom, but again, I think this will offer a nice trade, a nice bullish bounce in the market. So in order for us to get in more stronger or larger positions. What I want to see coming into the new week is, again, a slower push down in, um, with slow corrective movement on the lower time frames, and then look to get back in, with a larger size, to look and come and target the $6 to the $6.40 region. Okay, that's the game plan for DOT right now. Okay, because there is a large zone that I need to see get filled on the high time frame, and that zone is um, basically the $6 to the $7 region, and I think it's going to get hit very, very soon. So if you see that bullish scenario come into play on BTC, I think alts do short term pop. Okay, because this isn't the time to be buying right now. At least I'm not completely, buying as aggressively, but I do. It will offer some nice margin positions on quite a few cryptos. But anyway, that was just a quick little breakdown of the play. I am also in a small alt long in this trade, okay, on the £10 challenge account. So I'm just basically expecting price to come above $5.50, right? If I get the retracement, I'll go a bit more aggressively. If we take out these highs, then I'll just move stops to break even, and then look to ride price into the $6 to $7 region. So yeah, that's the game plan for DOT. But anyway, hope you guys enjoy this video. Please do make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. It does help with the algorithm. And if you guys do want me to carry on doing this, please do let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what sort of pairs you want me to cover in next week's video. But with all that said and done, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.